We live in completely unprecedented times, with the gap in wealth between the billionaire ruling class and the average American people being more exponential and insurmountable than ever. Take a look at this graph for an example. This graph mentions the 6 richest people that live in America and how much money they've gained from 2020 to 2022. If you look at Elon Musk, he gained from $24.6 billion to over $234 billion in just 2 short years. Anecdotally, my rent rises every single year, and I know that the corporation I rent from is trying to price me out of my own home while simultaneously lining their profits. The for-profit mechanisms that are at play are not regulated by our federal government efficiently and quite often are seen as fair play capitalistically. Senator Bernie Sanders states on Senate.gov, a society cannot sustain itself when so few have so much and so many have so little. Capitalism, driven by the pursuit of profit, prioritizes financial gain over human well-being. This is evident by a healthcare system that leaves millions of people uninsured while simultaneously lining the profits of the billionaire ruling class, as well as a housing crisis that is completely not affordable for the average American, but is very profitable for the billionaire ruling class. Now let's understand how healthcare benefits the rich. Physicians' National Healthcare Program statistics mentions 44,789 Americans a year die from lack of health insurance. This is due to health insurance being a capitalistically valuable opportunity opposed to a human right. But just because you have health insurance doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get the care that you need. Look at this statistic for an example. United Healthcare, if you have them, 32% of the time, they are going to deny your claim verbatim, and that is including life-saving care or cancer medication, or if you're a child. It doesn't matter. If it's more profitable for them, they are more than likely going to deny your claim. This especially affects marginalized communities because they specifically don't have as much wealth, and we live in a wealth hierarchy system where the more money that you have, the better health care you can receive. It is not a secret. If you have more money, you can go to a better doctor, you can get better medication, you can get all of these things, where on the other end of the spectrum, you would not be able to receive the care that you need because if you have no money or no health insurance, you may not be able to receive any care at all. Solutions for this exist in most modern industrialized countries, although one that may be very indicative to living in America might be a solution like Medicare for All. Medicare for All is a transitional plan that transitions us from our hyper-capitalistic privatized healthcare system slowly into a more socialist one where it will not be based on wealth anymore, but Americans can receive the healthcare and medication that they need. Now let's talk about how housing benefits the rich ruling class while simultaneously is disadvantageous to the working class American person. Lauren Fabian, Secretary Assistant in Microeconomics, states, over the last 2 decades, housing prices have risen so much faster than incomes. That is indicative to this slide here. From 1990 to current day, as you can see here, wage has not increased very much, while rent has increased and housing prices have spiked insurmountably. Housing not being affordable is a multifaceted issue, though, and some of the main points to consider would be something like Wall Street billionaires buying single-family homes and turning them into rental properties, while simultaneously turning America into a renting nation. Well, why that's so bad is if working class people are on average supposed to rent from a home, there is little to no rent regulation laws stopping these people from spiking the rent whenever they want. Take Pennsylvania, for example. There's absolutely no renting laws at all. If you rented, they can just spike your rent whenever they want, just to price you out of your own home whenever they feel like. This is also an interesting statistic. The amount of young people being able to buy homes from 1980 to 2000 to 2020 And young people are not able to afford homes anymore. That's because wage has not matched the amount homes cost, and there is a house scarcity problem. Some solutions to this is a multifaceted issue again. This isn't all the solutions, but federal rent control must be employed. We must write legislation to stop these people from pricing people out of their homes, build more homes to eliminate house scarcity, and regulations on billionaires from being able to hoard and buy all the single family homes and keep them from the working class people. In conclusion, capitalism negatively affects the working class person of America in many ways. But some of the things to consider would be healthcare and housing. If healthcare keeps going the same way that it does currently, well, tens of thousands of more people will be uninsured and quite literally die because they cannot get the healthcare they need because it is so not accessible. Well, if you look at housing, we are slowly becoming a nation of renters, and there are no rent regulation laws to stop people from being able to afford a place to live. Some modern concrete solutions to this would be something like Medicare for all to give the average American the health care and the accessibility they need to see a doctor, and legislation written to stop corporations from pricing people out of their homes while stopping billionaires from being able to hoard all the single family homes from working class people. Hopefully, in these unprecedented times, our federal government stops corporate lobbying and stopping billionaires from being able to buy all the homes from the working class people and starts valuing the working class people as people. Thank you.